And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey. In today's tutorial we're going to be working on this gorgeous motif. I loved it so much that I put it in a picture frame, and I've also applied one of these to a nice gorgeous throw pillow that I actually purchased at Walmart, of all places to buy pillows. You know, I get sick and tired of going to some of these stores. You see them raising the price, they put a little motif on something and all of a sudden the price doubles in a pillow. So I thought to myself, why not make my own and then apply it to a pillow that I can find pretty cheap at Walmart, and that's exactly what I've done. Now, one thing that I really love about this motif, and the reason why I framed it, is that I love how the colors are transitioning very slowly on the way out. This is one yarn ball, and as the colors of the yarn changed, so did the motif. The brand of yarn that you see inside the picture frame is called Bernat, and it's mosaic. It's called Calypso for the color, and it is gorgeous. You just need one ball of yarn to do this. This is a relatively quick project to work on. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be working with the Red Heart Unforgettable, and this is called Echo, and this is an amazing slow transitioning yarn that is absolutely gorgeous. And so one thing I really love about this is that you can just change the yarn to complement your hook size. So if you want this motif to be smaller, simply just use a smaller crochet hook and some yarn that complements your hook. If you want it bigger, like an extreme one, you just have to raise your hook and raise the thickness of your yarn, and this will change the dimensions once again. So let's get started on today's tutorial, and this is thanks to redheart.com for sharing this pattern with me today. In today's tutorial, we're just going to start off with a slip knot, and I'm just going to explain something really quickly to you. While on screen, you will have written directions available. I am using a size H or a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook today. And what I need you to do to start off with is that we're going to chain 8. So remember, this never counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and as per the directions, we want to start off with a slip stitch to create the first ring. So this is the very center. So we're just going to slip our hook into the very beginning chain and just grab the yarn going to the yarn ball and pulling it through and through, and that is your beginning so far. To begin round 1, here we go. We are just going to simply just chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and we need to double crochet around the center of this ring 23 times. This is the straggler. I want you just to lay it on top of the ring, so when you go around the ring, it's going to trap it in a position. To double crochet, we're just going to wrap it, go into the ring, grab the yarn, and then pull through 2 and 2. And we need to do this a total of 23 times around the ring. Remember, in the rules of crochet that the beginning chaining of 3 counts as a double crochet, so therefore you end up with a stitch count of 24 going all the way around. So the chaining of 3 counts as a double crochet. So continue to double crochet all the way around it with a total count of 24, and we'll meet back up in just a second. We'll move on to the next part. Okay, we're going to finalize round number 1, and all we just need to do now is that we need to slip stitch into the top of the beginning 3rd chain that we started off with, and just bring it. Now if you see a gap like that, don't worry about it. It's going to balance itself out in just a few minutes, so it'll do it on its own. So we're going to begin in row number 2, and in row number 2 it says we're going to chain 4. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And usually in double crochet we only chain 3, but we actually are chaining 4 this time because we need to compensate for space. And how we're doing it is that in the next stitch available, which is right there, we're just going to double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1. And so every stitch we're going to double crochet, and we're going to chain 1 in between each one. So in the rules of double crochet then, we should have only chained up 3, but because we're putting a chain 1 in between all of these posts, that we had to start off with chaining of 4 to compensate for that. Hopefully that makes some sense to you. So we're just going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and you will go all the way around into every stitch doing this. So do that when we back up, where we're going to slip stitch and move you on to round number 3. So I've just completed this round here, and this is round number 2, and we want to finalize it. So I've got in my last double crochet, and I just need to chain 1 before I do my slip stitch, and then I go into the 3rd one on the chain, so 1, 2, and 3. You don't want to go in the 4th, because the 4th is the gapping space that is separating all the posts together. You should, we had 24 going around here, which included that chaining of 3, and with this chaining of 3 and these, you should have a total of 24 going all the way around. if you do not have 24, it is kind of a big deal. You got to keep everything inconsistent and being consistent. So if you've got an off count right now, you got to fix it before you go on, or your doily will not work out. So let's move on to row number 3. Moving along to row number 3, we are just going to simply start off by chaining 3. 1, 2, and 3. I love this round. This round is actually a lot of fun. Now in the gap spaces in between the posts, we're going to put 2 double crochets, and in the ones that have the double crochet, we're only going to put 1. So let's begin the first one here. We are going to put 2 double crochets into the next gap space. So you're not looking for a stitch, you're just looking for a gap. And the next double crochet is going to get 1 double crochet underneath. You just see, just like that. And so the next one is 2 double crochets into the gap space, and the next double crochet is going to get 1. Continue to do that all the way around for this. So 2 in the next gap. Oops. And 1 in the double crochet from the row below. And what this is doing is it's separating out now to be like a spoking effect right in the center of your doily or your motif. Really quite a gorgeous look. So continue to do that. We'll meet back up and we'll finalize this round. So this is round number 3. Okay, to finalize round number 3, you can always tell when you're done, because do you see how you have gaps here? This is going into the gap. Well, there's a gap here and there's nothing in it yet. So you can always tell how to finish off this particular round, because everything in the gap should have something. And then we've already started off. This counts as the double crochet that's in the line below. So we're just going to simply just slip stitch it together and bring it to a conclusion, just like so. So there is your motif so far. You can see the colors are really transitioning quite pretty. This reminds me of just a party waiting to happen. So let's move on to row number 4. Moving along to round number 4, this is a lot more simpler than it looks in the directions. So here we go. We're just going to simply just chain 1, and then it says to single crochet in the same space as you joining. So we're just going to come into the stitch right underneath it, and we're just going to do a single crochet. Now the directions say skip the next 2 double crochets, so let's do that. So 1 and 2, go to the second one over, just like so, and now it says to double crochet chain 1 twice. Okay, so the double crochet and the chain 1 are in brackets, and it wants us to do that twice, so let's do that. So we're going to skip 2, 1 and 2, go to the third, and we're just going to follow the directions. So we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and then it says to do that twice, so double crochet into the same one and chain 1, so there's that twice. And now it says to do a triple crochet or a treble, and we're just going to wrap and wrap, going into the same space, and we're just going to do that just like that. And now it says to chain 1 and double crochet twice. So chain 1 and then coming into the same space, double crochet, chain 1, and we're going to double crochet. And then to finalize that, it says that you are going to skip the next 2 double crochets, so 1 and 2, and you're going to single crochet on the third one, just like that. So we're going to repeat doing that all the way around. So let's redo this again. So we're going to skip over 2. So 1, 2, go to the third, and we are just going to double crochet and chain 1. We're going to do that twice. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and chain 1. We are now going to triple crochet or treble, so wrap and wrap into the same stitch, like that. And now it says to chain 1 and double crochet twice. So chain 1 and double crochet. And now it says to skip 1 and 2, go to the third for a single crochet, and repeat. I'm going to repeat this one more time. So what's it telling you? It's going to skip over the first 2, 1 and 2. Let's go to the third for a double crochet, chain 1, and we're going to do that twice. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and chain 1. Now we're going to triple crochet. So wrap and wrap, and we're going to do that. And now it says to chain 1, so chain 1 and double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. and we're going to skip 1, 2, and go to the third for a single crochet. And then we again skip over to the third one, so 1 and 2, go to the third, and repeat exactly what you have, and it's creating these points that you have going on. So continue to do that all the way around. For round number 4, we'll meet back up and we'll finalize and move on to round number 5. Okay, to finalize round number 4, I've just done the last one. These are called shells, by the way. I should have mentioned that. This is what they're referring to as a shell, each one on the outside. So normally we would have just finished off and did a single crochet. So we're just going to slip stitch the last one before we do the single crochet to the original single crochet that we started off with, and we're just going to pull through and through. And now we're going to begin round number 5. So round number 5 is very, very simple, and what we're doing is that we're in between the shells here, and what we need to do is that we need to get ourselves to the top of the triple crochet right on the tops of each one. But we cannot start where we are right now, or we'll lose our gap space that is really pretty. So what we need to do is that we just need to move ourselves along this row by slip stitching into each stitch. So you simply just get the next stitch, pull through and through, and we're just slip stitching all the way to the triple crochet, just like this. And so once we're on the top, we're just going to slip stitch, and we are now going to chain 1, and we are going to single crochet right into the top of that whole thing where we started off with. So that's how you get to that position there, and we're simply just going to now chain 7, and we're going to single crochet ourselves to the next triple way over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and now we're just going to simply just single crochet into the top of the next triple that you see in the next point on the other side. And this is creating a foundation for the very next row that you'll find in round number 6, where we're going to be using this to stabilize all of our crochet. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7, 7, 7. This is going great. Does happen to the best of us. We're going to look for the next triple over here. It's the very next one, and you're simply just going around. And let's get you to do that. We'll meet you back up on the other side where we'll move along and finalize this row and move along to the next. So round number 5, we are just finishing it, so you end up almost like a steering wheel all the way around, and we simply just want to slip stitch to the beginning chain, our single crochet that we started off with on the other side. So we'll just pull through and through, just like so. And now we're ready to move on to round number 6. In round number 6, this is so simple, even a child can do it, seriously. So now we're going to just chain up 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and I need you to put 9 double crochets into this whole gap space right here. So let's begin. So we're just going to do that. So just going around the whole string, just a double crochet in and around. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, all is in that space. And what we want to do now, right where we've done the single crochet, we want to put in another double crochet right into it. So let's just repeat that one more time. The next space, so we're going to do this all the way around. So the next space is 9 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then the next single crochet is going to get 1 double crochet. And continue to do that all the way around. We'll meet back up. We'll slip stitch this round and move along to your next. So let's finish up round number 6. In round number 6 we have the 9 double crochets going in, and we simply just have to slip stitch to the top of the beginning chaining of 3 that started off this rotation. You can see it's coming along really quite nicely. I'm just going to lay it flat, lift up the camera for a second, and you can really get a really good glimpse on what it's looking like so far. It's really coming together quite beautifully. Now you can change your different sizes if you want to. So if you wanted to make a different size, or your pillow is not exactly the same size that I used, you can stop at any point and make this particular project fit to whatever you're using it for, even to a picture frame. If you didn't want to use a really big photo, you can always just make it a little smaller, just like so, and then frame it, and you were good to go. And there is the reverse side of it too, which I think is even more prettier than the first side. So let's continue along. We're going to move on to row number 7. Let's begin round number 7, and here we go. It says that we need to chain up 3. So let's do that. So 1, 2, and 3. So now it's asking you to do a half double crochet and chain 1 in the space. That's what that chaining of 3 meant. So it says to skip the next double crochet. So we're going to skip this next one here, go to the second, and it says 1 double crochet into, or half double crochet. So we're just going to wrap, go in, and so you end up with 3 on your hook, and you're just going to pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. And now it says to chain 1. It says skip the next double crochet, so we're going to skip it and go to the next one for a half double crochet. Okay, and then it says to repeat. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. So chain 1, we're going to skip the next double crochet, go into the second, and then put a half double in, chaining of 1. And we're going to continue that all the way around on this project. So continue to do that. We'll meet back up when we're all done this round. Meet up and we will carry along with your next process. We're now finishing up round number 7. I did notice that in round number 7 there will be 5 half double crochets over top each one of the sections of 9, and to give you an indication of what we wanted to do. So when we did a half double crochet on the final one, we are just going to chain 1, and then we are just going to slip stitch it to the second chain of 3 in order to bring this into balance, in order to finalize round number 7. So let's move along to round number 8, and in round number 8 that's exactly where I stopped on my particular project, but I'm going to carry it on right to the end. In round number 8 we are actually over top of this stitch here, but we need to move ourselves over one over, and we're going to, it says to slip stitch over, so we're just going to grab our yarn and just slip stitch it. So now we're over top of the first gapping space. So each space here is where we're going to be working as we go all the way around, and it's an alternation of 2 different things. So let's begin. We are going to be doing chaining of 3, so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double crochet into the same chain 2 space underneath, just like there. The very next one we are going to put 3 double crochets in. So 1, so we're going right into the chain 2 or chain 1 space for 3 double crochets. And now it says to do 2 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. So 2. And it says to repeat. So what we're going to just do now is keep repeating between these 3 and 2. So we just finished the 2, so the next one is going to be 3 double crochets into the next space. So if we have that theory, the next one then will be 2 double crochets into the next space, and then the next one will be 3. So just keep going 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way around as you work on this particular project. Oops, see, I just screwed up right there. Just make sure you go 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way around, and we'll meet back up, and this is where I finish my project, but you don't have to finish at the point. We're going to carry it on right to the very end, and you know, I actually made it match my picture frame, and that's why I stopped a little bit earlier when I worked on it. So let's carry on. We'll meet back up, slip stitch, and move along to the next process. So let's finalize a round number 8. In a round number 8 it says that we just need to slip stitch, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of the beginning chaining of 3, just like so. So this is where I stopped when I did my own project, but let's carry on, and we're going to do round number 9. And round number 9 it says to carry on like we were doing in round number 4. And round number 4 was that pointy action that we had right here. So let's begin. We are going to just chain up 1, and we are going to single crochet right into the stitch underneath. And now we need to go over. So we're going to skip over the first 2 double crochets, and we're going to go over, and we're going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, if you can imagine, I'm going from memory. This is how good it is. So we're going to do a treble now. So we're going to wrap and wrap going into the same stitch. And you remember what it said? It said to chain 1, double crochet in. Chain 1 and double crochet in. And now, remember what it said? To skip over 2, we're going to go to the third, we're going to single crochet, and now we got to repeat exactly what we just did. So I'm going to repeat it again one more time. You've already done it down here, but it's always good to have a good memory course. So we're going to skip over the first 2, going over to the third for a double crochet. We're now going to chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. Now we're going to triple crochet, so wrap and wrap into the same stitch. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1 and double crochet, same stitch. Chain 1 and double crochet. Okay, we're going to skip over 1 and 2, go to the third for a single crochet, and keep repeating that all the way around. We're going to meet back up. This is the final round, so you're going to end up with these gorgeous points all the way around. According to the directions, we should have 25 of these bad boys left by the end of this rotation. I'm just finalizing round number 9, which is the repeat of round number 4. We're on the very last section here, and all we have to do is slip stitch to the beginning that we started off with, just like there, the single crochet. And now let's grab our scissors and cut. And I'm just going to pull this out like this. And I'm going to tie this using my crochet hook in. And I just got to do a better job off camera just to weave in the ends, just to round to the outside here so it matches. Because the yarn is transitioning in color, you don't want it kind of bleeding into other colors of this particular project. So we've already dealt with the beginning then when we went around. So once I get that in a little bit, and I can just sew this in to a pillow. I can do many different things. I can keep it for my coffee table. I can frame it in a picture frame. I love the colors on this. Very colorful, very carnival, very fun. And until next time, I'd like to thank redheart.com for allowing me to share this pattern with you today. And if you want any more free patterns or ideas, please check out thecrochetcrowd.com. I'm your host, Michael Selleck from thecrochetcrowd.com.